passed today. We'll move on to constituent input. Up to 5 minutes on any subject.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning. Good morning.
So it's been a while since I've been here, but I've actually been keeping close contact and watching you guys. And I watched your meeting last week and your proposal to change the rules on the cannabis grow sites. I'm glad that you want to respect your planning department with, as I listened to Mr. Thompson say, that is their job, but yet when we came to you last year, we asked that CT zone, that commercial tourist zone, be reconsidered on having a dispensary. You changed the rules in South Beach. You allowed a dispensary to be within 1,000 feet of a state park, but you refused to follow your planning departments or your commission's suggestions to accept CT as a dispensary. So that's pretty sad, and now you're going to go ahead and change the rules again for a few people, because you've acknowledged that it's only going to affect a few people's land. I wonder who they are. And yet you still are pursuing a lawsuit against us. I was talked with our attorney on Monday, and I was told that this could drag out for a year. And this is a really sad day for me, because I'm sitting in some deplorable conditions myself personally. I'm glad you're focused on homelessness, because you may be trying to help me soon. And yet I'm being drained with legal fees. Every dime that we've put into that facility, and the very little profit that's come out of it, has gone to lawyers' pockets. So I thought I'd bring that up. I also wanted to bring some fact into here, because it's sad that I sat and I listened to, and you know, I'm really hoping, I wish we could work together, but that doesn't ever seem to be the case. So Jackson County, you brought up Jackson County last week, and you mentioned that there was some horrendous amount of growers down there. And actually, I pulled the statistics up this morning, and in Jackson County alone, they have 9,234 patients. There's only 73,000 OMMP patients in the state of Oregon, but that's up just in the last year from 68,000 last year. So we're seeing more and more people that are understanding how this medicine works. They're choosing to go and use this medication once they found out that it actually is effective. So you're seeing an increase in the patient count. But we still, Jackson County did have a LUBA decision. I've been very close contact. I actually attended the LUBA hearing in for Jackson County. And what they're now doing is they're shutting down outdoor grows. And I appreciate the fact that you guys want to make that opportunity available on smaller properties. You understand the energy costs. But we're down here in Jackson County violating growers that have been doing this for 17 years. There's a grower in Medford right now that grows for nothing but disabled veterans. And they're now facing a $250 a day fine. And Mr. Thompson, I wish you wouldn't ignore me and stare off at your paper, because I really, really was hoping that of all people, you're starting to understand the issues of our community. Okay, I'm not here to be confrontational or anything. I really want to get this stuff out into the open. So, and that's been the problem with the legislature and everybody. We have hundreds of people that travel to Salem. They go before the state legislature, and they're given 2 minutes to tell their life story, and they cut them off. And yet the lobbyists get all the time they want, including Mr. Rob Bobat. So one of the things I wanted to bring forward also is the update on the legislature and how it's affecting us as a dispensary. They just adopted a rule October 1st that 100% of the medications in a medical dispensary has to be tested for pesticides. Okay? But the OLCC regulated dispensaries are only required random pesticide testing. Now the lab that wrote their legislators or submitted their testimony said, we don't want to harm the public. We want to make sure this product is safe. We have to test 100% of this medicine. But when the OLCC decided they're going to do random testing, they didn't care about the public's health. They want to make sure that that medical is tested 100% for pesticide. What that has done, there's one lab. There's actually two that are accredited for ORLAB testing. One of them is in the process of moving, and that's OG Analytical. So they're not taking any tests. So we've got Greenleaf Lab in Portland that is accepting 100% of the medical testing for pesticides. And we're in the middle of a harvest. In Southern Oregon, we've got 2,000 growers that are producing down there medicine, and they can't get the stuff tested. So what this legislature has done with their beautiful ideas, and they're implying or implementing these rules that they didn't think first how it's going to affect, I'm going to guarantee you there's going to be an illegal market that's going to blossom, because there's no way to get it into a dispensary. They will not allow it in a dispensary, and they can't get it tested. So what they've done is they mandated rules, and now they've gone against their own mandate. Now, Rob Bovet last year, he went before the state legislature, and he told them, he said, there's one thing that the Oregon voter had the right to do. He says, if you force me to push the federal button, and he sat there and he threatened the Oregon state legislature. I pulled it up, I put it on my Facebook page because I remembered it. And he said, if you don't allow us the opt-out, which you guys all use beautifully, he said, what you're going to do is you're going to force me, because this is the Rob Bovet employment bill. Measure 91, he called it. Rob Bovet employment bill right before the legislature. And he said, what you're going to do is you're going to force me to take this.
7 minutes.
You're going to force me to take this to federal court. And what you're going to be left with is total decriminalization in the state of Oregon. Because that's the only thing this law could have done, was either legalize cannabis or not. And we're all at the
Mr.
point now,
2 minutes past
I
your
understand
time.
that, sir, but you know what? These are important issues, and I really wish you would give me the time to explain this situation, okay? It's sad, because I sat here through an hour of reports on battered women. What do you think the stress that you put people through, the poverty, okay? So anyway.
We need to be fair to all constituents.
And consistent.
So, am I cut off?
Your time is concluded.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I want to make sure that you guys all get a copy of the letter that I've served on the state legislature in regards to these issues. And like I said, I really hope that you would consider the CT zoning again. Consider putting that also before the planning department again, along
Okay, your
with
request
these
has been
zone
heard,
changes.
and we will accept this into the record. Thank you. Are we in need of an executive session today?
No, Commissioner.
Oh, I should have asked, is there any other constituent input? Okay.
Might take a moment to recognize our new Director of Personnel and Resources. Michael, you want to stand up and say a word or two? Come to the
And if you're